Hey guys, welcome to another video on AI. So today we'll be discussing about the most important or widely used term in the field of AI, which is agents. The caveat here is, guys, I'm learning along with you. I'm not an expert by any means. So I'll try to break down the concepts into simpler terms, how my mind is able to break it down, and I hope it helps with you as well. I might not be 100% accurate while explaining the things, but I try to do that. And if you find any deviations from what originally the subject or the topic should be all about, and where I'm, deviating it from it, and I'm not explaining it accurately, please feel free to, comment below. So let's come back to what we want to discuss today. We want to discuss agents. As I said, this is the buzzword when it comes to AI, and we'll try to understand it. And for that, we would need some sort of whiteboard or somewhere we can explain the things. So let's look into that. Okay, guys, so let's talk about agents. So, in order to understand agents, we just have to take a back step, or take a step back and try to understand what these companies are thinking, what these giant companies are thinking, or the people who are behind the AI, or people who have introduced AI, discovered AI, uh, especially Gen AI, what they're thinking on, what are the what on what lines they're thinking, and what they're thinking for the future world, how the future world would look like, especially the corporate world. So we know that we got Gen, we had Gen AI. And with Gen AI, you are able to, do a lot of stuff. You can open a chat GPT website, and if you have any questions, you can ask those questions. You can write essays. You can, even get the Gen AI, LLM models to give you the code that you want to write, especially if you are a developer. So these are the different things. So it has infinite capabilities, and especially if you have a repetitive task, and not only repetitive task, if something requires some sort of expert knowledge, you don't have to reach out to some of your colleagues who might have that expert knowledge. You can just try to search it on your own. So with that mindset, what they're trying to do is they are trying to somehow remove as much manual effort as possible. And for doing that, they have come up with agents. As the name suggests, you can take agent as a substitute of a user. Yes, I would be, very honest in calling agent as a user, which means agent could be an employee. And if an agent can become an employee for organizations, that means that you are cutting an employee down, or you're cutting some of your employees down, and which means that your profit margins will go high. Don't think in a negative way, but this is where the world is going. That is another topic, that with AI, the agents, you need someone who has deep knowledge on how agents work, because even though we are moving in that direction, it's not that it will be entirely run by robots. So coming back to our point, so agent is someone who can do multiple tasks. Yes, the keyword here is multiple tasks. When it comes to simple Gen AI use cases, for example, if you want to find the question for an answer for a question, you just type in the question, you get the answer. But what if you have to do a series of tasks? Let's say you are a developer, you have to first think of a pseudo logic to solve a particular problem, and then you have to convert that pseudo logic into an actual code. So an agent can do that for you. So it can first come up with a pseudo logic, and then it can convert that pseudo logic into a code. So these are a series of tasks. Now, some of these tasks might require, or would require, the use of LLMs. For example, if you want to convert or generate a pseudocode, because there could be n number of ways to solve a problem. but what would be the most efficient problem? That is something you can ask the LLMs to give you. And after that, once you have the pseudocode in place, you would want that to be converted into an actual code. For that, you could use maybe text to text to code generation LLM. So that could also be there, or maybe you can use some other tool. So the important thing, again, I go back to my point is that it requires. I'm sorry for this. Multiple tasks. So agent is able to do multiple tasks. If it is only one task, you can that is as good as just the simple use case or vanilla use case of Gen AI. But if it involves multiple tasks where you don't need any human intervention, that is where agents come in. Although I don't think there would be, agents, especially in critical jobs where you would handle the entire process to the agents, especially in the banking domain or where the stakes are high. But in the other cases, for example, code generation also, if it is not for a critical, application, you can have the agent do it. So what we have learned so far is wherever we have multiple tasks, uh, agents are able to do it without human intervention. Now, let's speak a little technically on how the AI world or the people working in AI world define agents. So they define agents and they actually give two characteristics that it should have an environment and secondly it should have tools. So this is also similar to maybe thinking of an agent who is working in law firm or for a law organization. So in that case, the environment would be to think or to to maybe parse lot of the research or the study material in law. So that would be the environment, and it has to generate answers keeping in mind that it has to behave like a lawyer. So I'm not sure if I'm able to make you understand on this. So environment is very important. So agents will not act outside of the environment. So for example, if you are playing a game, uh, there is a player inside the game. The player would be given certain set of tools. Without that, the player cannot go outside of the environment. So that is how the agents work. It needs to have an environment, or in other terms, in simple layman terms, it needs to have the domain expertise. So that's why you have if an agent is working for a SQL, if agent is working as a coder, that will become a coder agent. If an agent is able to edit videos, that becomes video editing agent. So that is important. So you need to first define an environment on which the agents operate, and secondly you need to have tools for that. So in the same example where we were thinking of letting an agent do the coding. So first is it needs to have some sort of tool with which it can generate a pseudocode. By tool, we mean that it could be an application which is non-Gen AI application, or it could be a Gen AI or LLM application. So it could be non-AI plus it could be AI. If it is AI, then it has to call an LLM and it has to get the job done. If it is non-AI, it could be any exe application, or it could be any API endpoint which does the job for you. So this is what an agent is, and then the things can become a little complicated where you have multiple agents. When you have multiple agents, it means that you will have lot of multiple tasks, and those multiple tasks would be across different environments, across different domains, different expertise. So let's not discuss about multiple agents. We will just limit our discussion to agents. So this is what I have understood how agents or what agents are. Uh, it could become a little hard to understand what is agent, but for me there are two things which are important. One is whenever you need multiple tasks, you can use an agent, and whenever you need very less human intervention or no human intervention, that is where you can use agents. The sad thing is these agents might start taking up the jobs, the user jobs, but that is something that we have to um we have to somehow accept that, because that is how the world has been. You had the industrial revolution where all the jobs were lost and new jobs were created. So that is something we have to accept going forward as as a society. So I hope this video helps. I'm not sure if I've done the justice to this, but I'll keep on exploring more around it. As I learn more, I will try to share that information with you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep supporting, guys. Thank you.